everybody, and welcome back to Memoirs and Some, the podcast. It's your girl, Myia Dominique, and I have Miss NuNu in the building with me today. She is one of gun violence victims who I asked to come on and share her story. She was definitely open to that and kind of using the different platforms to kind of share the story. But basically, to sum it all up, making selfish choices. People go out and make selfish choices, and then it harms people in the long run. So before we get into that, let Miss NuNu introduce herself.
Hey everybody, I'm NuNu. Well, I go by NuNu and my real name Dorothy, so I don't have a problem with it. I'm from the south side of Chicago, Inglewood area.
Okay.
So
Tell us a little about you. Like brief stuff. They ain't got to get in your business.
Okay. So I've been paralyzed for 3 years. It's going to be 4 years in May. I have 5 kids that I take care of no matter what.
Okay.
And my focus is just for me to be getting back up to walk for them. Like, that's why I do it for my kids.
Yes. Love it. So when I asked you to come on, I was talking to you because it was kind of crazy. You and I know some mutual people, but never knew you like personally. Just always thought you and your sisters was super cool, always lit in the clubs. Like the life of the party, they so lit, so cool. And so when I reached out, she was nothing but just cool with it. Like, yeah, I'll do it, no problem. So I definitely wanted to get you on here and kind of tell your story because people go outside, and I'm a partier. You know, I kick it. I like to be out, and I got young kids too at home. I want to come home to those kids.
Yes.
You know, and it's fucked up. It really is. It's fucked up when you can go outside, have a good time. Never did you think that night my life would be changed forever. Just and. Give me the story. You don't have to give me the long, version. Just give us a small synopsis of the story and kind of like where you are today. Cause like you just told us 3 years paralyzed, and y'all, when I tell you she cold with it, like she cold with it. I'm not even gonna tell y'all how cold, like she cold with it. So to know 5 children in a wheelchair and you. I didn't see what you could do just coming in my crib. So you know what I'm saying? I can only imagine.
It was a long journey coming. Like I didn't get through it. Like at first, it was so hard for me to adjust to this lifestyle. And I'm like, it was times I was like, man, I ain't want to be here no more. Like, and I had to think, I'm like, man, I'm here for a reason, So I'm like, I got 5 kids. I gotta
make it work.
Now I look back. I came a long way. Like a lot of stuff I thought I couldn't do on my own, I'm doing everything on my own. So, yes, so I'm gonna go into the story a little bit when it happened to me.
Okay.
So, May 23rd, 2019, I was a party promoter up at the 50-yard line, which is on 75th in between Michigan and Indiana.
Right before you get on the E-way.
We used to party promoting up there, so that night it was lit up there. It was lit.
It was.
And
it was lit.
I had me like, cause I'm not a drinker, but I had like 2 drinks.
And she not, y'all. I'll text her like, what you want to drink? Do you want the wine? She was like, I don't drink number one.
I don't drink nothing. So that's the reason why I don't drink too. So
I can understand it.
Now it was feeling good too, cause I had on shorts.
Okay.
I had on some shorts. So
yes, it was nice. It definitely was.
Nah, it was so hot in there. There was a lot of people in there. So I'm like, let me go outside and get some air. But this boy I called my brother, may his soul rest in peace. Now he got killed. His name D-Thing. That's my brother. I walked outside with him, and we went across the street because they wouldn't let us stand in front of the 50. So we went across the street, and a cop pulled up and just started shooting. And I'm the only one who got shot. So it was like over 30 shots let off. So when I got shot, I instantly fell to the ground. And that's when I knew I was paralyzed. I couldn't get up. I couldn't do nothing. So I laid there for a minute, not trying to panic or nothing. I just had to tune everybody out. I'm like, I done saw too many people with panic. and they lose their life like that.
Life,
you know, so like all I saw, so I thought about my kids. I'm like, I gotta be here for my kids. Don't leave these kids. That's all I kept saying.
Mm-hmm.
So I fought. I got shot in my arm right here, and it went through me. So it hit my lungs, it hit my liver, and it chipped my spine. And the bullet is still lodged on the side of me right here. So I be having a lot of complications and pain with that too.
Girl,
they told
you got me over here like, what the?
Yeah, they told me it was gonna come out, but it still ain't came out yet. So, I was in the hospital from May 23rd to July 19th when I got out of 2019. So I had to basically learn the life of being in a wheelchair. You know, so it was a lot of that. Like I was crying every single day, every day crying. But now, look at me now. I'm smiling through everything. I'm better now. I'm so much better.
So happy to see
and I just be trying now. I encourage more people that's in my situation. Like, you know, it could be worse. You couldn't be, you won't be here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, just look at you still here. Because you could be in the ground, you know. But that definitely was a lot to go through. But through it all, my family, when I tell you, they were so supportive. Like, been there.
Oh, baby, you ain't got to tell me.
And they
her
still
sisters, don't fuck around. Don't fuck around. When I say don't play about her, don't play.
Yeah.
She at everything. Wheelchair ain't stop shit. Okay? So when I say I admire you all, I admire y'all. Y'all bond. Y'all, you know, having a sister is like a forever best friend. You know, when it's
bonded from birth.
I was about to say when that bond is there from birth and things have just been there since the beginning. That's like an extra best friend, and to see how your sisters, even though I know one of them is no longer here either, but when she bright, super sweet, and just always. So I admire that. If I had to ask you one life-changing thing that has happened to you with just going from being able to walk and now being paralyzed, what would probably be the biggest change for you? I'm outside of walking, because we know walking is, you know, like.
But it's just a lot of stuff I couldn't really do with my kids. Like I got two little ones.
You were from
like running behind them. Like that's the only thing like used to make me so mad. Like, oh my God. And then they'll want me to get stuff for them. Like that used to hurt my heart so bad. And then when they saw me in the condition that I was, they didn't even want to come to me. So I'm like, oh my God. And then they got, because they knew something was wrong. So I'm like, oh my God, my babies don't want me. So I'm crying and everything. I'm like, my babies don't want me. So then they got to come around more to me, and they like, okay, we know something wrong with my mama. So now they be helping me. They be pushing my wheelchair. They do everything now. So it's gotten better over the time. Like I done been through a lot. Like it was times I had got real sick in 2020.
Okay.
Like I had got so small. Like, oh my God. I was staying over my sister's house, Derica, the one that's gone now. So I was always at her house a lot. Right. So I had got sick. I think we had came from what was it? Vegas. We had went to Vegas, and then that's when the COVID and all that stuff I had caught COVID. And I was so scared to go to the hospital because, you know, everybody was dying and stuff. So I'm like, I don't want to go. I'm like, I don't want to go. So I just was like, okay, I'm going to just nurse myself back. But when you paralyzed, like any little thing go on, like if I scratch myself, I have to go to the hospital. Because like my body's not going to heal as quick as, you know, and my spleen was removed too. So that's a lot with that too. So anything that go on me, I have to go to the emergency room.
Wow. So, I know about the spleen removals. They actually want to remove my son's.
Yeah, so it was a lot. Like I had got a bed sore, all type of stuff, and it was, oh my God, I was like, I thought I was gonna die. They told me if I ain't go to the hospital, I was gonna go into cardiac arrest. I'm like, wait a minute now. See, I didn't know it was that serious with it, but now I'm like, I know now. So anything go on me, I'm going to the hospital. I'm gone. I'm not gonna sit around and let it build up and it mess me up. I had got down to like 103 pounds. I was like, I've never been that small. Girl. Even before I had kids. So I'm like, dang. So I just had got myself back together. I'm gained my weight back now. So
girl,
everything
looking good. You looking good, and just I admire it. I mean, your spirit is just so bright. You ain't stop smiling.
Well, I love smile. So
you ain't stop smiling, so that's a
I
good
love
thing.
smile.
Grace folks who got all their limbs and do everything and some bitter betties complain all damn day. So to see,
I don't complain about life, so I'm forever thankful to still be here.
Oh my God,
I've lost a lot of people, so
yeah,
it's just like
it's
like the women is targeted more now too. So
then I would come on.
It's basically like a mission. It's the kids. It's like everything.
It's no rules anymore. So I'm pretty. What if you don't mind me asking? How old are you?
I'm 34.
Okay, so you in that still age bracket for what I'm about to say. So I'm on the younger side. I'm 27. A lot of people think I'm much older than what I am, but I'm only 27. When I was coming up, I ain't gonna say how I know this. It was no women and no children. Irregardless as to where you was in the street, it didn't matter who you was banging with. It didn't matter where you was from.
If you was with
the
your
rule,
family,
no women and no kids.
Now they just don't care.
It is no order or structure out here at all. And I don't condone gangbanging, and I don't not condone it. I feel like people make their choices. What your lifestyle is what your lifestyle is. I don't judge. I don't know where a person come from to know that that's all they know or that's the lifestyle, because that's what happens. I ain't here to judge nobody. But the bullshit of putting people like you, somebody innocent, just in as a bystander.
Yes.
Y'all family, I know, is like in a damn whirlwind. It's go from you being paralyzed into your sister. That shit is crazy. It's no reluctance, no nothing to do nothing. They just don't give a fuck.
It's just real sad. And my son, my oldest son, that's 18.
Okay.
He was shot when he was 7. He got shot when he was 7. So like we done been through a lot. Like that's why I'm like, if people didn't know my story, like I smiled through everything I done went through. Like I'm like it's I don't know. I guess I'm just strong. I guess, but. It be times I have to break down about my sister, because like that was my best friend. Her and my big sister, we like this. Yeah. So it's like it's been hard. It's gonna be going on a year in January. So then her birthday next month too. So, so it'd be hard, you know. So I'm trying not to cry.
Girl, if you cry, you let it out, girl. You may have me on here crying.
I'll be a crybaby sometimes.
And it's okay. You know what? Crying is an emotion that we often try not to do.
Right.
But we need to. Sometimes you need that good cry. I too have lost a sibling, and I know how it feels. Me and my brother grew up in the same household. Like this. My brother didn't have no kids when he left. He was killed helping somebody on the E-way. Helped somebody. Somebody killed him. So, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't nowhere near as tragic of him getting shot or gunned down or anything like that. But it was tragic enough because it was still negligent. It was a selfish act, you know, from somebody. Why the fuck you driving 92 miles an hour and you see cars pulled over on the expressway? Slow the fuck down. You know what I'm saying?
People just don't care.
I was just about to say, it goes to that not giving a fuck. It does. And it's so messed up because, you know, for me, and I can just even tell with you, just me and you been talking. Last couple of weeks, I'd say maybe about a month, we've been back and forth just talking, trying to make sure we in good communication. I got a good heart. And for me, selfish shit bothers me. You know what I'm saying? When people make selfish decisions. And when I say that, I give you an example. You see a lady and her kids walking. Whoever you see across the street that you need to get up with, why the fuck you shooting from across the street? Exactly. You see what I'm saying? It's 50.
You ain't got no aim.
That's the other one. Now that's the one right there.
No aim. Like these niggas.
It just like pure daylight and don't give a fuck. Don't be giving a fuck.
They be definitely taking these little babies like it's just so sad. That's why I don't like for my little babies even come outside. They be in the house. They be like, no, it's too dangerous.
It's too bad.
It's dangerous sitting in your own house because bullets will come through your window too. So it's like
in your car.
You never know. Like
I done been driving before and the shell that came in my motherfucking window. From some niggas shooting about some CDs.
And they take a person like over the most pettiest stuff ever. Like, I'm like, what happened to the fighting? Like, you fight, you live, fight another day. So, like, I don't get these new generation of these peoples. Everybody want to pull out the guns. And then y'all do this killing, but when y'all get caught and in that jam, y'all end up crying.
Now you crying. Now.
Everything. Mm-hmm.
And the other thing be too, and this is not knocking anybody, and again, I don't judge, but there are parents, and I know you know some, because I know some. Mm-hmm. And we all do. We have those parents who are in denial, who don't, they get on TV, my son was a good person, or he wasn't raised like that. Well, honey, even though he was not raised like that, the actions that he's displaying now,
totally different.
He got to have a consequence, irregardless. You can't do things that, you are in a wheelchair. Now, thank God, like you just said, you're not gone. You got 5 beautiful kids that you got to come home to and take care of and be good to and nurture. The one thing I can say, you motivated, baby. You said, when I get up and walk again. Not if, not how. I'm going to get up and walk again.
That they tried to tell me, at first they told me that I had a hole in my spine and I wasn't going to walk again. Then another doctor, I went to Shirley Rand.
Okay.
I went there. And they told me, they asked, why they didn't do the service to make you walk again. I said, wait a minute, what? So then it goes back with your insurance, all that stuff. Like, it's just crazy how the world is. So,
girl, you don't have to help me understand that.
So I was paralyzed. I was paralyzed from my belly button on down. So I was a T9 at first. So that's like up here.
Right, in this area.
So now it's moved down to in here. So my injury of it is going down. So that's a better chance of walking again. Okay. So like I do everything. I be moving now because if I do stuff that I wasn't doing back then. So I'm proud of myself. But
that's good. That's good.
Yeah, but they he was like, why they didn't do the surgery to make you walk again? I'm like, they could have did the surgery. I'm like, but it was because of the insurance I had. And I think it elapsed. I didn't have it no more. That's what happened. When I had, around the time I got shot, that's what it was. So they did a test on me, and my injury level started going down. So they marked me as incomplete. Incomplete is meaning, you have a chance of walking. Mm-hmm. But, doctors will tell you, oh, you ain't going to do this, but that's all up to you. Like, you have to push yourself.
Faith without works is dead, baby.
You have to do it yourself. Like, if you let them people put in your head, you ain't going to walk again, you're going to get lazy and be like, okay,
I ain't going to walk again and I'm not going to do it.
Even if they did tell me, I wasn't going to believe that. I'm still doing what I got to do, and I done got strong and everything, so I thank God the person I am.
I know that's right. Girl, you lit, okay?
I be out there going to motivate people. I'm like, don't let people tell you that.
Yes.
Baby, you got this on your own. You're going to walk again. Don't let them tell you nothing.
So, how do you, now, that's interesting. Now, I don't know the guy's name, but I follow him on Instagram. He's also in the wheelchair.
Is it Valron?
That's him. Yes. So, I know you do, like you just said, you do a lot of motivation and just, like, talking to people. So, like, if you had to tell me just one thing to people who are in a wheelchair or who are paralyzed, who have gone through what you have gone through, and I believe was he shot as well?
Yes,
that's what I thought.
He's paralyzed from his chest on down. I mean,
okay.
So, like one thing I'll tell you, being in the wheelchair, like to never give up. Like no matter how long it takes, just keep doing what you got to do to get yourself back. Like a miracle, anything could happen. So just. That's why I try my best to upload posts, and I talk to people. I'm not that type of person that be like, oh, I think I'm out late, I don't want to talk to nobody. Like, no, if you reach out to me, I'm going to talk to you. Like, I might get a lot of DMs and all that, but if I end up I'm going to respond back to you. I'm not one of them people that think they just, I'm going to respond back to you. Yeah. Now, I might be overwhelmed because I get a lot of DMs, so. They have to bear with me sometimes, but like I do get back to people and I write them. Yeah. I even give them my number. Like if you want to talk to me on the phone, you can call me. No problem. Like because I know how that feel like to have nobody understand what you're going through. So I'm like I know.
Excuse me.
Like my friend's sister, she passed. She was in a wheelchair. She just passed in October.
Wow. I'm sorry.
And it just had made a year. Well, I think you probably know her. No, I don't think you know her. No, you don't. No. But I had shared her on my Instagram story.
Okay.
And she passed away and everything. And like I just tried my best to uplift her, motivate her,
keep her.
You know,
yeah.
And I'm just like, girl, when you get better, we going outside. We gonna take
trips.
That's
right.
I'm like, you come out with me, girl. And I'm like, I'm just mad that I didn't get a chance to do all that with her, you know. Mm-hmm. So that's why I just still always talk to everybody, like, because you never know what might happen.
You don't, and I love that. So with your with you being paralyzed, now you just said that the insurance was an issue and all of that stuff. I know that shit was chaotic when it first happened. Like everything was kind of every way. How did you all get it organized? Because like although it probably
a lot of people reached out to me because my story reached out to a lot of people.
It went viral.
Yeah, it went viral. So
yes.
And then I knew a lot of people too. So they got me back in with I had got my medical insurance right and everything. So then they did a GoFundMe, but that was to pay for the therapy.
Okay.
But they ended up doing the medical, and I had got it. But I think it was because of the with the child support, putting your baby daddy on child support. So I'm like, I ain't with none of that. Like, so I guess that's what that was about then.
Yeah.
So, but it got straightened out, and I had a lot of support. Like everybody was just there. Like
it was so
my family, they was helping with my kids, my best friend, like my sisters. It was just everything, and I'm like, and I thank all of them.
I know.
I'm like, I couldn't say thank you enough to them. I was doing all types of stuff, sending them everywhere. I'm like, I'm gonna do whatever it is to show y'all my appreciation.
Yep, and I appreciate that too. Just being able to. That's so humble. It's so humbling.
People, kids, and I had 5 of them. Shit, I know they like, girl, you got 5 kids, okay? But they not bad like that, you know. They do little stuff, but
they kids. They gonna do kids. Do
but they was little. My little baby, he wasn't even 1 yet when it happened.
Little
so
man,
he was little.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's all right though. I do see that when you have support, it makes a difference in how you do anything. You know, I'm a nurse, so I work with a lot of people. I've seen a lot of stuff, and then I got this non-for-profit for young girls. So when I text you that topic and I was like selfish acts and how they can just change your life forever,
right.
It didn't even have to just be specific to, you just shared some more like, your son had been shot. That's a whole, you know what I'm saying? That's just these selfish decisions that people make and not knowing how fucked up you could really take somebody, either life or somebody else, their family life. You know, your kids are affected by that. Your mom, your sisters.
Yes, everybody was like.
Everybody
my big sister, she used to cry so much. Oh my God, my big sister, she'll cry, baby. She get emotional because she the oldest.
Right.
So it was just a lot with them, like, you know. But I'm like, I'm still here. You know, I got past the little crying stage I used to be in.
Okay.
But it's like you gonna have emotions, like you gotta deal with it. It's a mental thing, you know. So I was going through a lot with that, and I'm like, I'm gonna look back a year from this, a year later too. Like I got past all that now. I'm here seeing it now. I got past all that.
Yep.
And I couldn't believe. I'm like, it took time, but I got past it. Like I'm not saying I'm comfortable in this wheelchair, like now because I know I'm gonna get up out of it. I know I'm gonna get up out of it. Like my progress is coming along. You know, it might be slow, but it's better than nothing.
I was about to say, and some progress is better than no progress. And your journey, I have learned this. Your journey is your journey. What's for you is for you. God wrote your shit out already. And I know that shit sound crazy because when you think about it and the shit you go through, you be like, well, damn, God, did you wrote out for me to go through all this? But once you get to the end, you be like, I bet you be like, damn, it's a whole lot of shit I thought I wasn't going to be able to do or not do. And now, you probably out doing the shit. You know what I'm saying?
I look at it, I say like, well, God put me here to motivate other people because, and then like other people still motivate me too. I'll be like, oh my God, like she doing so good, he doing this.
Yes.
And I tell them like, I'm proud of you. you motivate me. They be, oh my, and then when they hear me, they be like, oh my God, that means so much. I'm like, you know, y'all help me out too. Like,
and it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with being supportive to other people. That's my biggest thing. That's my favorite word on my podcast, support. I'll probably say that shit every episode.
Support is everything.
Support means the world. And I'm going to loop it back around because a lot of people not going to touch on this, but me, I don't give a fuck. I'm messy. I say fuck. I'm just going to be honest with you. I do. Support pours into what we just talked about, the selfish acts. If you supported, if these kids was poured into and loved on and cherished, them growing up making these selfish decisions, they're not making them selfish decisions then because they didn't been loved on and supported. It's the ones who parents not giving a fuck about what they doing. Why is 13-year-olds still in college?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But then again, you got parents who do love and support with their kids, but kids still do some fucked up shit.
They
will.
So
it's like
I'm so glad you played that with advocate.
It's just like
it's hard to go and tell.
A lot of messing people, they parents, they got good parents, they deaf them do, you know, and they just still fucked up. Like I'm like, what y'all missing? You have, you know.
Yeah.
So,
but you know what? Sometimes it be emotions too because I'm going through that. Like right now in that situation, not like with my children or anything, but I know somebody who's dealing with that denial, that denial piece of their child because their child that made some real selfish decisions to take people's life and just do crazy shit.
That's
just you know,
take
just
a person like that is just
and with no remorse though. That's the part that got me.
Sleep like that at night, like
girl. You talking about sleep? How the fuck you just deal with day to day? Sleeping ain't even on the menu. How the fuck you function? I got kids and I feel like I'm crazy.
Like when stuff happens to other people, like it be on my man, like some kids
like something happened to me.
Touch me, you know, so I'll be like,
I see your sister on the news. I was like, I know her. I've been in the club with her multiple times.
Yes, when that happened, I just knew like, okay, she gonna be okay, but when it happened though, like I felt my sister was gone. I felt it. Like,
I know what you mean.
So I'm like,
I know what you mean.
But I ain't want to believe, but I'm like,
I know exactly what you mean. I can literally tell you. I can picture the moment right now when my mama called me and told me.
Because then nobody even know how many times my sister got shot. She got shot 15 times. Yes. I never told nobody this the first time. She got shot 15 times. They were saying all type of other type of numbers, but it was 15. Yes. Like,
girl, I didn't have no words for that.
Because my daughter was with her too, but she made my daughter go upstairs to go change her shoes and get the cake. My oldest daughter. Yep. So I really don't know the situation with my sister, like, but I know my sister, she ain't do nothing to nobody to deserve no stuff.
Not no 15 shots, not no to be shot up, not to be none of it. Let me tell you something. I don't give a fucking. I don't care. I mean, we on here, but I don't care. There is nothing in the world unless a person is being harmful to your children, to your family.
Right.
It's nothing in this world that's gonna make me haul off, pull a gun, and shoot somebody.
Right, because I'm like, what they had to have a mistaken identity, so I'm like, I'm not understanding it. And then trucks, them type of trucks, it been a lot going on with them type of trucks too.
Okay.
That she was in.
Okay.
So and then her windows was tinted too. But I'm like, I don't know.
And even still,
it's just a lot of different stories, so I don't know.
But you know what? Even still, it's nobody's business whether your car is tinted or not, whether it's a certain type of car. There shouldn't be a stereotype based on the type of car you drive or what you got going on. I don't got shit going on in every motherfucking car I get tinted. Dark, black. Mm-hmm. You ain't seeing it here. I don't want you in my business. If I want to do what I'm going to do, I need to be able to do it in peace. And, you know, it don't got shit to do with.
And then, you know, people get to saying she shouldn't have been sitting in front of her house. That's her crib. Why she can't sit in front of her house?
That's ridiculous. And for you to even say shit like that.
They made stuff on YouTube saying all type of stuff like, they said what Derrick Patrick Blackton doing, what you shouldn't do in Chicago. Like, y'all not finna sit up there and say this. Like, come on now. Because a lot of people be sitting there in front of their crib in their car.
And it shouldn't be a
even after that
problem.
moment, but like, y'all.
And brother, she was there an hour or 10 minutes. Don't she pay rent there?
Exactly.
Okay, then. So at the end of the day, a motherfucker's supposed to mind their damn business.
Exactly.
If you, number one, if nobody was after her, at that point, we scratching the surface. Nobody was after her. So at that point, niggas, whatever y'all had going on, y'all supposed to make sure what y'all supposed to going on. That's the other thing. These niggas don't do their research. They too trigger happy.
And then after she got killed, they came back shooting over there again. It was on the scan. You know the little scanners that be popping?
Yeah,
It said it was another shoot. It was some shooting again after that happened. I'm just like, well, they came back because they knew they had the wrong person. You know, so that's what I have in my mind. You know, I'm like, they knew this was wrong. Because my sister, like, she's so full of life and she just smiles. That's all she do. Like, anywhere she goes, she be happy. Like, you don't see her mad.
She lit all day long.
When I say, and just like my cousin Brad, the mom say they got hit by a cop on Jeffrey, the boys that got hit.
I didn't know that was your cousin.
Yeah.
Girl, I came with you right now.
You is gonna make me it's been a lot.
You is gonna make me. I think this little shit I done went through this weekend some shit. Girl.
A whole lot. Like, that right there, like, I don't even like going past Jeffrey like that. It's just...
It's too much. It make you so just
like, why would you want to
emotional
hit somebody like that? Like, I saw the videos and I was like, I hated that I even saw it. It was just so wrong. Like, them boys, they did not deserve it at all.
That's crazy. And it is messed up because the selfishness can come from the police. It could come from your family. It could come from your friends.
They come. Took like 25 minutes later or something.
Oh yeah, so I heard about some more. Another incident. I don't really know like who or what, but something happened way in the hundreds not too long, maybe about last week. And 3 girls. I think it was a stud, a boy, and a girl. The girl that was in the backseat survived. They thought she died, but the 2 in the front, they died. And supposedly they went in the store, and the store owner was very rude to them and called them a nigger and was being very racist.
Oh, wow.
And apparently, and like I said, I don't know the full story. This is only what I've been told. And just to hear that piece of it and to know that the police didn't think to go see what happened, they started shooting at the cop because the owner told them they had a gun. Whether they told you that or not, you didn't do the research to see if they had a gun. You didn't now kill 2 people and then try to pin the murders on the girl in the back seat. How you gonna pin a murder on the passenger?
And she didn't get shot too. But did she get shot?
She was in a car accident. The fucking car, he shot him in the head. The car split off and crashed. Split the person in the passenger seat body.
I'm gonna have to read up on that.
I'm gonna try to find it for you. Because like I said, I know a lot of people out south. My sister stays out south. And I got a lot of friends that kind of be back and forth. And we, you know how you just be talking and I was just like, wow, that's so fucked up. I couldn't imagine having you got teenage babies. My baby 10. I'm scared for him to turn 12, baby. I'm holding on for dear life.
It's sad out here. It's scary. I be like, I have to call them every day. Baby, you call me? I have to. I'm gotta make sure you okay. I be still treating them like they 5 or 6 years old.
I don't care. And you better answer. And you better answer.
When y'all get old enough and y'all have kids, y'all gonna see what I mean.
You're gonna see it. Yep.
And now I understood what my mother and father meant. You know, so And
growing
up with my mama, now this how me and my sister became so close. When we was growing up, see me and Dad and the oldest. Derica is the baby girl. If we wanted to go outside, Derica had to come with us. So if Derica couldn't come, we couldn't go outside.
So go.
Families be mad and stuff. My girl, let her come with us. And they just built our bond. Like, ever since she always hung with us. I'm like, I'd rather for my little sister to hang with us than anybody else.
And know y'all real than to get with somebody.
So that's why it always, every picture and video you see,
it's all
us
3.
It's always us 3.
Yep.
Us 3. It's always been that way.
And they friendships too. The friendships too. You can't be damn and friend and not be friend the rest of us. I know. I've seen it. It's not how it works. I have a friend that's their friend. And when I say she friend with all 3, they whole group. And I love it. I love it. I love it because it brings so much brightness and just joy to all this bullshit that be going on.
I love my friends. Like we do so much different activities. Like we always try to
doing stuff together.
We do stuff with the kids. We do our grown stuff. Like it always be cool with us. Like we having a Friendsgiving Saturday.
I know that's right.
Yes. It's for her too. Carla.
Oh yeah.
So it's gonna be lit. I'm having some fun.
And that's what it's supposed to be. I love it. You know, I love to see stuff like that because there's not a lot of women who have friendships. I don't have a whole lot of friends. My little friends I do have, we do stuff together. But I love to see that. And sometimes it's not that I'm not friendly or
sometimes women can't get along.
I was just about to say it. Just sometimes people don't mix. And emotions and periods and menstruals, it just be a lot going on. So definitely. To see women that can get together and hang together and have fun and enjoy,
love, and
it's love, irregardless of the situation. Nobody treats her different. Baby, bye. I done watched. I seen in person.
They definitely make sure I be safe. They be on. They secure. Get NuNu about it.
Hey, get her. And
they don't play. They don't play about me at all.
They don't, and I love it. I love it too, and I love this.
But it always been the way. Like before this even happened, so we always we always do stuff so.
Close. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Even like we just said, that support. Like you just said before it, y'all was already close. Right. But now to add that added piece, now it's like we gotta make sure, you know, we really gotta make sure she cool. We really gotta make sure because now
they don't let me go to everything. Like if it be too many people there, no, you can't come here because there's too many people. Because I have to worry about if something happen, how I'm gonna get out quick. You know, so And then when we being paralyzed, like a lot of people that was my friends from growing up, like. I don't talk to them. I don't hear from them. Like, it's cool, you know what I'm saying? I understand. But back then, I used to be mad. Like, damn, I was your girl, your friend, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people switched up. Like, you know, like, from the dudes I dated, you know, like, everybody switched. But like, don't get me wrong, some still always reached out to them, you know, like.
Okay.
But for the most part, like, I got my circle. Them been my girls. And they still there.
Yep.
You know, so I'm like, I thank God for them. I thank God for my family, my kids, you know. So it's what it is. But sometimes, you know, I do understand people have a life of their own. You know, I know. But like a text here and there won't hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like I reach out to people too, you know.
Let me tell you something. It takes 2 minutes, and even like I wouldn't even say like no, we don't have a friendship, but I feel like now me and you, we didn't talk. Now we didn't sat here. You know. It's nothing to say, hey, how you doing? You good?
Exactly.
That takes 2 minutes.
Exactly. Like, people don't understand.
It's 24 hours in a day. In 2 minutes, if you use your 2 minutes wisely, I guarantee you still got
because when
23 hours.
When something happens to you, they want to post all this and that, but when it first happened to me, everybody was around. Everybody. But now, it went by 3 years.
It's mellowed out. It's like all
shit. Shit from bitches, niggas, none of that shit. So, you know, but it's all good though, you know. So, like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, when I got in the wheelchair, I used to think like, who gonna want to date me being in a wheelchair? Like, I thought about that, you know, like, and like, I've been single. I've been single for 3 years. I ain't had sex in about 2 years though, but. Like, I just was like, I couldn't focus on being with a man when I had this going on. I'm like, I think a nigga throw me off, all that. But I'm like, it don't hurt for you to be loved, you know, because that'll help you even more.
Companionship will help. It's a form of therapy. It does. It helps. And I know that even from being, not even having to be paralyzed. People with cancer. You think about people they dealt these unfed hands.
Other stuff like you think about all that type of stuff like
you do.
What situation like you just think like
I'm never gonna have companionship. I'm never gonna have this. Am I gonna have companionship? It's somebody. Yep. It's somebody for everybody. Don't get you ain't ugly, Pooh.
Baby, what she say? The niggas is on my body. They definitely still be trying to holler, but I got somebody who, you know, I love him. I ain't gonna say. I'm just gonna say I love him. You know who he is.
And it's genuine.
So it's you know, I'm like, nah, I'm finally into like, I'm gonna give it a try with the date stuff. So
that's good.
Hopefully
that's good.
It works out. You know, I still ain't had sex yet, but I'm working on that part.
But you know what? I am happy you open with it and you like, look, this what this, and it's your life, and you have embraced it beautifully. You know, it's your life, and you are like,
it's just time for me to just get back to the person I was already. You know, so I'm like, I'm lit.
Be the better person than
like,
you
I'm
was.
still me. Like,
still,
yeah. It's just a bonus. You know.
And you cute. Now I gotta see that where I go.
You feel me? Yes. Serious. Stop playing with no.
You gotta see everywhere you go.
Yes,
but I
like
love it.
Everywhere I go, when I say everywhere I go, people, they come up to me, they know me, they like, oh my God, you NuNu. I want to give you a hug, and you know. But sometimes, like when people come up to me, they bring up my sister, and especially when I'm outside, like it's okay sometimes, but not every time you see me, you want to talk about my sister. Like that's hard for me and my sister. Right now, I just be like, I just try to smile through it, and I'm like, even when I'm in a club or even when I'm at, they play songs and everything. It's just everything reminds me of my sister. You know,
it will, and I feel you on that because I've had a couple of people come up to me in the damn club like, you DJ sister, and I'm like. You not right now. I'm trying to, you know, when you in that moment, especially when it first happened.
Yes.
I couldn't put the bottle down. I'll tell you right now. I wasn't putting no bottle down. What?
I don't think I was drinking, but I was smoking weed. I had
no,
smoked.
baby. I was fucked up all day, every day because that I was just using it to cope, and I wasn't working at the time. Thank God. So I didn't have a lot to have to really deal with besides trying to really just grieve. After the funeral, you ain't lying. People be around for that moment. It's niggas I ain't never heard. It's family I ain't heard from. And it definitely be about the clout. Oh, that was your brother that was on the news. And why? Because at the end of the day, it ain't about him being on the news. It's about the selfish motherfucker that killed him.
That did, exactly.
We you know, at the end of the day, it ain't about that.
That stuff hurt you.
And it hurt you to the core when you don't have people or you put people on a pedestal. I had a episode probably about 4 episodes ago about support. And when you put people on a pedestal, you have them in this place that you think like, oh, they supposed to do this or they supposed to do that. And then when they don't do it, now your feelings hurt. Or you be fucked up. I got family who since my brother died ain't reached out to me. My brother been dead here.
It definitely be like
and you know the last time I saw him? At the funeral.
Yep.
So miss me with the, you know what I'm saying?
But don't get me wrong, like we still got people that because we always doing something pertaining to my sister. Like one thing we gonna do, we gonna definitely keep her name alive. Like I post my sister every day. Every day I post my sister. The world ain't gonna forget about you, baby. I'm gonna make sure that.
And you should.
They had all type of pages of her, girl. It'd be it's a whole bunch of pages with her name, so I just be like, okay.
That's crazy, and that's weird to me. Like, why the fuck is you doing this?
It be kids that be on the pages that be doing it, though.
It's weird.
But
it's weird.
I be liking something, but I just don't like the news clips that they put in there. Like, I'll be having my mama crying. I don't be liking that.
Yeah, they spin stuff. Stuff to
but they be, don't get me wrong, these kids be raw what they be doing their little videos, because I don't know how to do all this. I had to do the editing. I'm like, I just post what I post. I just got hip to the reels. I be putting it on there. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it like that then, because I don't know how to do all that other stuff. Like they put it in with the videos, like it's videos of me and my sister singing, and then they add the real song with it too. I'm like, okay, I say I'm gonna leave that to y'all then. But yes, they definitely. Well, we always put her up. Like next month is her birthday, so we trying to put something together now because she would have been 30. So we're gonna do it big for her. But I don't know how it's gonna be on January 12th, cause that's my cousin Rack who got killed. That's his birthday too.
The same day as her death.
Yeah. Oh and you know he got killed, so it's
so now it's like
it's a lot going on with it. So like that day, I think I just want to just.
I'll make sure I know to check on you that day. January 12th.
That's just a lot. But other than that, like I'll be okay for the moment. Like sometimes I have to smoke weed. Sometimes I have to have a drink too.
It just depends
like,
on what that mood is.
Yeah, like if I go out, like, I want to enjoy myself, so I have a drink. Sometimes I smoke the weed. But I don't be liking to smoke like that because I love my lips. And I'm like, people be smoking like their lips be, so I smoke here and there because it definitely calms me and it just take my mind off a lot. So, yeah, the weed definitely helped me.
So how's your pain tolerance? Like, I know you said you have a little pain here and there.
From the pain, from when it first happened, like, I used to have to take medicine, like,
okay.
I used to cry from being in so much pain, like, because my lungs was hurting because I got shot in my lungs. It used to be hurting over here. My stomach, because my stomach got cut open. And then from the bullet being right here, it's just like, I was just feeling pain everywhere. And I'm like, is it going to ever stop?
Right.
So now I got to the point where now I can tolerate the pain. I can tolerate it now without taking no medicine.
Okay.
So, yeah, so I got past that stage because I ain't gonna lie, I used to have to get them, oxycodone, what they call them, perks.
The perks, yeah.
I used to always have to have them. So, and I'm like, I didn't want to keep taking it because it's addicted to them. So,
yeah, you definitely
But
can.
I'm like, with me, like, I was having so much pain. And I'm like, do I supposed to have pain even though I'm paralyzed? Like, I had to ask, like, yeah, you sick in that life, but it's a good thing that you feel your pain. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's by grace.
Okay,
you well on your way.
Yeah, so I just said stop with the medicine. So I've been doing okay with it.
That's good. That's good. So if you could leave these people one thing to say outside of your motivation, because we already see you just and I love it. Outside of just, we know, like we said, that selfish shit, having selfish just behavior. Your selfish behaviors affect people. As y'all can see, this is a little witness. It does, regardless as to, ain't nobody saying don't do what you do. We just saying be mindful of what you do and how you do it. It's not what you do, it's how you do. You can move and groove and be who you are and not affect other people. You don't have to take other people along with your shit.
Sometimes I just feel people just need to you get into it with a person, like, sometimes just let stuff go. Like, it's nothing big of a deal for you to go take somebody's life and then you take the wrong person. Yeah. Like, you got to think of your actions because in the long run, it's going to come back to you. It definitely is.
It comes back to you and it affects you. And sometimes it affects you worse than what it was really worth.
I just feel if you can avoid it, do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't take nobody like people have people that love them dearly, and y'all taking the people y'all after, y'all not even getting them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they with their family, get them a pass. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened to the fighting? Like, damn, bring back the fighting. Because a lot of these niggas can't fight. That's what it is. So that's why they get these guns, because they can't fight.
They can't do what they...
See, if they headed back in the day,
you getting them gloves and you just get beat up and you gotta move around.
As I was growing up, like, me and my sisters, like, we fought. We always used to be fighting. Like, if we helping our friends, like, we gonna fight.
In our house, it wasn't no like one person fight. It's me and my three little brothers. One fight, all y'all ass better be out there fighting.
That's exactly.
Don't nobody come home. I don't care if y'all lose. Y'all don't come home. You know what I'm saying? And not have fault. This running to go get your gun shit, even if being concealed to carry, it's for protection. I shouldn't have to go. I shouldn't have to have my gun sitting outside my house because I want to go sit outside my house. And that shit ridiculous.
It's sad. That's the first thing they gonna do. They gonna get a gun. Then I've been hearing about all the little teenagers doing stuff. Yeah. Carjacking. Like, what's wrong with y'all? So that's why I just...
Yeah. You ain't wrong. You ain't lying.
But... I just feel if you can avoid stuff, avoid it. Don't take nobody's life and then you gonna be sitting in jail for the rest of your life with a nigga.
For
you
shit.
You wanna go to jail with a nigga?
Forever.
You might end up being his bitch. Well, have it go. Ain't no more freedom for you. Yeah. Like, you gotta abide by their rules. They tell you when to go to sleep, when to eat. Like, that's what y'all wanna do?
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not.
It definitely don't be so.
It definitely don't be worth it.
That's just how I feel. Like, if you can avoid stuff, avoid it. Like, don't just take nobody's life. Like, who are you to take somebody's life? Yeah. Because then when it happens to y'all people, then y'all mad. Yeah. No, because you did this. Like, it just don't work like that.
Yeah. Well, y'all heard it here first. My new little boo, Miss NuNu, she definitely came on here and gave y'all some insight, and I appreciate it so much. Y'all definitely heard it here first. Selfish acts is not what's up. It's not what's up. It put people in bad situations and is life-changing situations that don't have to happen. But this is your girl, Myia Dominique. We are at Memoirs and Son, the podcast. We here every Tuesday, 7 p.m. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.